right. I am going live. What up, people? What up? Can you light me one? Shady for Christ here. And I just want to say Mexican Coke is delicious and you should try it sometime. But it's very difficult.
Hey.
Can you light it for me?
I don't like them. I'm bad at it.
Thank you, my love.
You're welcome. I don't want to.
Anyway, I'm going to talk about James Charles.
Yes.
What's up, Stephen Andrews 77?
Oh.
And I'm talking about James Charles because I have been a stan of James Charles for years. And it's kind of interesting because about 4 weeks ago, I actually unsubscribed to James Charles after watching him for years.
Whoa.
For 2 years now, I think. I've been watching him. Right? Because I loved his, I really did enjoy his Sister series, right? And I loved his makeup tutorials, and I felt so guilty and so bad that I was only an hour from ordering his Morphe palette that he put out, his rainbow palette, and it was already sold out when I tried to get his palette. But now that I know what I know now about him,
Wow.
and what has come out over the last 3 weeks about him, I am complete and utter shock and disappointed in the person and man he became. Because I really thought better of him, you know? I really thought better of James Charles. Now, I unsubscribed to him because he just started getting arrogant and cocky, and it was like all about me and I'm so awesome. I don't know what happened in his head, but something like clicked over the last couple months or so with James Charles, where he really was showing this like arrogance and cockiness I never saw like before. Like usually when he makes a video is bubbly and giggly and googly and, you know, a good time, right? But now it just started getting boring, and it seemed like he didn't care about what his audience wanted anymore. It was more like, let's see what I can do to generate the most views, you know? Because when he first started, I really thought James Charles was like really a genuine, sweet kid. And I really took a lot of heart into James Charles because he reminded me of my brother Michael, like this sweet gay boy that, you know, everyone's like making fun of because he's a gay guy. And it really broke my heart to see like that struggle and seeing, you know, a kid being rejected because, you know, he's a boy wearing makeup all the time, and just seeing just the cruel comments on this guy. And me as a mother, it really did, like, seriously, like, break my heart, like, as a mother, seeing him go through, like, the struggles he went through. And he went from this one drama and this drama, and then sometimes he was raunchy and like, over-sexual and stuff. And I was like, to me, I overlooked it. I was like, okay, he's 17, 18, 19 years old, you know? It's a kid thing. I remember I was a kid, you know, hormones happen at that age. Like, hormones happen at that age. And it's just like, I don't know. He became sexual. And then I unsubscribed to him because it's just, his content got so boring and just no passion in it. And I don't know. It just didn't seem like how James used to be. And even though I unsubscribed to him on YouTube and stopped watching his YouTube, I still was like watching him and watching his photos on Instagram. And girl, let me just tell you. The Instagram photos that came out at Coachella. All this shit is all, I know, all this drama that's going on with like Toddy and Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. I'm telling you, something happened at Coachella and it made everyone completely drop him. Okay? Because something happened in Coachella. Because James Charles was hanging out with Tana Mojo and the Vlog Squad. You know, Jason Nash and David Dobrik. He was hanging out with them in Coachella. And I'm just telling you what I saw from the Instagram photos. Because I am subscribed on Instagram to every single one of these guys. Okay? And not only Instagram, but Twitter. And I think Twitter was like where a lot of things James Charles did. And I don't know why people aren't talking about Coachella more. You need to talk about it more. Something went down in Coachella that made him lose all his friends, celebrities, Kylie Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, all these celebrities are dropping James Charles now. And I really, 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 really do not think the reason why they're dropping James Charles like a bad habit is because of this stupid vitamin scandal between Toddy and James. I think it goes a lot deeper than this. And let me just put out a little thing here. Okay, all these are my opinions. I don't know if they're facts or not. These are my opinions and speculations. And what I saw during the time of Coachella and what I've been seeing with people reporting things and what I've been seeing with his channel, Toddy's channel, Jeffree Star's channel, looking at the Instagram, because I like seriously was watching all of this stuff, but I don't talk about this stuff, but I'm talking about it now. And people are wondering, why are you talking about it now? Because I seen something in YouTube and I for about 4 weeks now, I've been going through in my head, maybe I should make a video on why I'm no longer a James Charles stan, right? It was just because of his arrogance, you know. So really, I didn't have much to say on that other than I didn't like his arrogance. But now after Coachella and everything that went down with Toddy and stuff, wow. Now, James Charles completely denies this. But I believe it was James Charles, and no one's talking about this anymore. It was just completely slid right directly under the bridge. Like nothing fucking happened. And I don't know why, but I saw the Instagram photos. I saw the Twitter photos. I saw the photos of what happened with James Charles and this other dude in a fucking Ferris wheel. And he may lie and say it wasn't him, but everyone knows and everyone has seen James Charles' profile. Just imagine it has a cock in it. But we all know who James Charles' profile looks like. We all know what James Charles' profile is like. His whole career is built on his face. So, of course, we're going to recognize your face. It doesn't have to, it can be in a shadowy figure. We're going to recognize your face because of your profile. And it was straight James Charles taking a fucking dick in a Ferris wheel. I don't know who he was taking, whose dick was in that Ferris wheel. I do not know. But I do have a speculation and a theory of who it was. It was probably that guy who was bi-curious that came out, that boyfriend that was following him at Coachella and stuff. Boy, I think something really dark happened at Coachella and no one's talking about it, but they have to distance themselves for it. They have to distance themselves from James Charles right now because something's going on within the beauty community, and it's going to be really interesting to see the whole beauty community on YouTube completely and utterly exposed, because little did you know that Shane Dawson is actually coming out with a video series where he is exposing the whole beauty community here on YouTube. I think this has something to do with it. I think he's going to expose James Charles, and I think this is just the start. And you see Twitter posts from Jeffree Star saying this is just the start of Dramageddon 2019. It's like, just the start? Girl, just the start? There is more things, I'm telling you, that is coming out about James Charles, and it is just the beginning. Hello, Zenjo. What's up, Stephen Andrew? I had a group of friends I no longer talk to. They're all socialists, though, or ideologically averse to me in some other way. But I'm sorry. Okay, if anyone didn't know, there's a drama going on between Toddy and James Charles, of James Charles pretty much promoting a company that was completely against Toddy's a complete competition of Toddy's company, so he could get into Coachella. Like all these stories about James Charles, all of it is linked to something that went down in Coachella. Something. You see Tana Mojo like jumping into like the fight and telling everyone that no, he was hating on James Charles all the time. He took advantage of James Charles. You know, him and his little boyfriend, or the bi-curious one, who realized, yeah, James Charles isn't the one for me. And I don't blame it, because I saw the text messages of James Charles and his bi-curious, date. What's up, Faith? Watch out, straight guys. James Charles is watching. Exactly. I'm not even going to that yet. And this is going to be sporadic and stuff. This is just my own opinion and stuff. I don't know if it's true enough. This is speculations and stuff. Just a little disclaimer there. Lovely husband. But there is so much about James Charles that is coming out right now. And I'm really, 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 really think he is a sexual predator. I think that thing that happened in the Ferris wheel was probably not so consensual as it looked like. I'm just speculating that. Or maybe something that happened after that. Because I don't think this little vitamin scandal of James Charles promoting a vitamin over Toddy's vitamin system is a reason why why so many celebrities are dropping this guy right now. There is something deeper that is about to come out, because Jeffree Star said, I'm just going to let, I'm going to let karma step in now. Like what? Like Jeffree Star keeps hinting that there is more to the story. While Toddy, she's just like, I'm going to close this. I want nothing to do with this chapter. Goodbye. Later. See ya. Charles, fuck you. I love you, but you're an asshole. You used me. I made you. But you know what? I'm going to end you here. And oh my God, in 24 hours, that dude has lost, and I never seen this on YouTube, 1.5 million subscribers, and it's continuing to drop. You know how they have the PewDiePie and T series reel. Now they have the James Charles and Tatty reel. And James Charles numbers keep going down and down and down and down, while Toddy's is just rising. She bumped like 2 million like over fucking night, while James Charles almost lost 2 million. And it keeps going down. I've never seen this on YouTube. I've never seen this on YouTube. And I don't know why this is so exciting to me to watch this. Probably because I was a James Charles stan and I wanted the best for him. And I felt very maternal feelings toward him because he is a kid. He is a kid, and I can't help but sympathize for him in some fucking degree because he is 19 years old. And I just think of me being 19, and I didn't know everything, and I was such a screw up at 19 too. Like, we're talking about he's in a world full of fucking adults, and he doesn't even know, he hasn't even became a man yet. Maybe this is what causes James Charles to grow up and become a man and stop with thinking that these games are going to get him anywhere. And he played so many head games on this guy. He was manipulating him, saying he was being homophobic, saying you're using me for my money and all this. Oh my God, somebody finally makes a video about this. I've been waiting for months to see what your opinion on James Charles is, Shanny. This is my favorite video of the year. Thank you, Ghost of Caesar. Tana just trashed James on Jake Paul's Instagram. No!
Jake Paul, what about Logan Paul?
Oh, he might go after your hubby. Yeah.
Question.
Honey, what do you think about James Charles?
What do I think about James Charles? Well, I would say to him that if you're hurting kids, you're in deep shit.
So let's start on the hurting kids thing.
Yep.
On what James Charles has done, and I don't know why they aren't talking about this so much.
That's my issue.
But they need to talk about this because it also involves his predatory attitude toward men. James Charles goes after straight men and sexually harasses them. He wants a straight guy to sleep with. And that is so predatory. It is so rapey and so gross to me. Because he literally tries to push himself onto guys. And straight guys. And he manipulates their feelings. And he tries to blackmail them and use his power and fame and money to try to suck these guys in to him, I guess. But the thing he cannot get through his fucking head, and I don't know why he doesn't get it. Why are you going after someone who is not attracted to you? Straight men are not attracted to gay men. They don't want men. They want women. You are not a woman, James Charles. You can put as much makeup as you want. You are not a woman. And you cannot attract a straight guy just by putting on freaking makeup, because straight men like women. They don't like boys. You got to get it through your head. Just like you don't like vaginas, they don't like penis, James Charles. And you need to respect other people's sexuality, because you're making the LGBT community look really, 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 really bad, because you're sending the image that it's okay for gay men to entrap straight men into sex with them. And that is wrong. It is rape. It is coercion. And you need to grow up and realize that no means no. James Charles has been caught several times playing himself off while he was when James Charles was in high school. He used to pose himself as a female and seduce young, straight, teenage boys to give them penis pictures. They thought they were giving a penis picture to a female. He entrapped them, and it was really a male. That is wrong. That is such a sexual offense. And really, I think it should be illegal. Because I think it's a form of sexual assault. I really do think it's a form of sexual assault. Because you're saying something that you're not. You're leading someone that you're something that you're not. And then, his fucking apology video to Toddy. That was the most pathetic and weakest apology I have ever seen. You can tell he was faking the whole time. Nothing was sincere. It seemed rehearsed, and it was rehearsed because they call a Skype conversation, and you can find this on YouTube. There's the receipts all over YouTube where James Charles was actually rehearsing his apology video to Toddy with I think like Lee something. I forgot what her name is.
Lee Lemon?
Not Lee Lemon.
No.
The apology video. It's so fake, and it's like you can see he's like really trying to like put out a tear. He's like really trying really hard to put out a tear. He can't do it. Just the boy can't freaking do it. It's just so obvious he's lying. You know, it's so obvious it's rehearsed, and it's on tape. It was rehearsed. I don't know, but lately it seems like liars are getting worse at lying, and they're getting caught really easily lately. And then he goes and says, that, in a few weeks, the audience is going to forget about it, and they'll forgive me. I can screw around with people and hurt their feelings and do whatever I want because I'm freaking famous. And then Toddy talks about this one situation about this waiter, and this is in front of her family and friends and stuff, and he's just talking about sucking this straight waiter's dick the whole entire time. Could you imagine how embarrassing that would be? Like, it's your birthday, and this fucking little kid is just doing nothing but talking about sucking cock in front of your family to a waiter that she said, James, he's straight. But he continues on. It doesn't matter if he's straight or not. I'm famous. I got the money. He's gonna want me. Like, it doesn't work that way, James. You could try to push your money and fame and power on a straight guy all you want. And you may sleep with them a couple times. But the truth is of the matter, they will never, ever fully be attracted to you or ever love you completely the way you want to be loved. Go find a gay man, shut the fuck up, sit down, go on vacation, go to therapy, figure your fucking self out. Stop being fucking rapey and predatory to fucking straight men. Leave people alone. Stop screwing over your friends. Stop fucking doing bad business deals with people that you shouldn't be doing. Just knowing it would hurt your friends. You didn't care about any of your friends, James Charles. Any of them. Instead, all you thought about was the money. All about the money. And you know what? I ain't watching you anymore because I started seeing that before all of this went down. before all of this went down, I saw James Charles get cockier and cockier and cockier and cockier. And it sickened me to the core. Like, why is he doing this? He just used to like make things pretty and stuff. But I think what happened is after he sold his Morphe palette, it like made him so fucking arrogant. I mean, could you imagine? You're 19 years old and you have fucking millions of dollars instantly in your bank account. What would that do to a 19-year-old's mind? Like, you think you like 19, just imagine you're 19-year-olds. You automatically think you know everything anyway at 19. And now you have all the money in the world at 19. You know, you have really no moral fiber because you've been on one scandal after another scandal after another scandal. And everyone kept giving you excuses like, oh, James a kid, he'll learn, he'll get over it, blah, 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 blah. But you said in your fucking video with Nikita that you're 19 years old and you grew up more better and more faster than all the other 19 years old. So you're basically putting the responsibility that you're an adult on your head. So your whole little excuse and whole little people excusing you for, oh, James just a kid is gone now because of that statement, because you said out of your mouth you're going to take responsibility now to be an adult. And you're going to have to learn how to be an adult. And you're going to have to get along with people like an adult and do good business decisions like an adult and treat people with kindness and treat your friends like with kindness like an adult and not have mommy stick up for you in your little DMs and your little freaking Twitter and your little Instagram. I mean, your mommy was sticking up for you. But at the same time, there's the mother in me. And I'm like, he's still a 19-year-old kid and he still has a lot to learn. See, this isn't the end of you, James Charles. This is a very good, clear learning lesson, James Charles, that people like it when you are humbled and not cocky and arrogant and think you own the world and everyone owes you everything, because no one owes you anything, because it was your subscribers that built you. It was the people who watched you that gave you all that money and fame. It wasn't you. It was your viewers. It was the people who bought your palette and believed in you and thought you were a good, honest, ethical person. And then they find out all this stuff about you, James, and you're going to have to change yourself now. You're going to have to grow up, and you're going to have to become an adult, and you're going to have to do reasonable things, and you're going to have to actually do a very sincere apology to everyone in the beauty community and all your subscribers and the people you've hurt and the people you betrayed and the people you backstabbed, and not some fucking 8-minute video that was slowed down purposely, because really all you did was a 4-minute video and slowed it down.
Yeah, weak sauce, dude.
You're a fucking pussy. And let me tell you, that apology video is so fucking boring. There's no passion in it. There's no realness to it. Your whole personality completely shifted in that apology video. You looked completely phony. James Charles, you didn't act like the James Charles we know. You were like a completely and utter different person. It was like almost like the mask completely slided off. And there you were, a weak, pathetic person who likes to take advantage of people for fame and money. Taddy loved you. She loved you. And Jeffree Star loved you too. And they built your fucking career. They built your career. And you shit on them. You shit on them for Coachella tickets. So you can go suck some dude who doesn't want you's dick. That's what you did, James Charles. You sold your friends out. You lost all your friends so you could suck some dude's dick who doesn't even like you like that. You fucking idiot. Peace and Maranatha.